Hey, friends of Black Diamond Mortgage. It's Dave Boy and
Maria Phelps.
hey, how you guys doing? I just saw a headline on MSNBC. You can Google it. Just Google $5.8 trillion cash in people's homes, and you'll probably see the article. But they're bringing up a point that I thought would be good for all of us to make, especially us in the mortgage business. But apparently, there's 5.8 trillion. Did I say billion a second ago? I meant to say trillion dollars in equity in people's homes right now, which is amazing because what was going on back in like 2008?
People were upside down in all their
Yeah.
homes, and they didn't have any equity.
There was no equity.
They were losing money left and right.
So they've now statistically figured out that people have equity in their homes, and so I came up with basically three big principles. One of them is if you have a lot of equity in your home, don't touch it. Leave it there. That is your nest egg. And if all my financial advisor friends, I'm not a financial terrorist. I am here to tell all of your clients, keep the equity in your house. And then there's life happens.
Life.
Do you ever see that at the office, Maria?
Yes. Whose cars break down and need to buy another car. Or
Yeah.
a medical bill or something. They have to travel out of state somewhere, and so they have to rack up their credit card to be able to buy a plane ticket for a family member or something. So all that stuff happens on a regular basis.
Or you have 5 children since you bought your house with all the equity in it and it's too small. You need to do something. So when you have to do something, one of the ways is maybe take a look at the equity in your house and see if that can fix the problem. And we were talking about one thing that we see a lot at our office, Maria. What's a common situation?
Yeah, so a lot of times we see people who have these high installment payments, a card that's $100 a month, or even a credit card. I mean, we've seen $10,000 credit card payments that are $100, and that can really be hard to pay, especially when it's not bringing down the principal. So what we've seen a lot is people being able to save thousands of dollars in their monthly debt payments just by putting that onto the equity of their house. And, you know, it might increase their mortgage payment by $100, but yet they just saved $1,200 on their revolving and installment debt. So it makes a huge difference for a lot of people, especially now with all those variables that we talked about.
So if you put yourself in a situation where you have too much debt and all your monthly payments are getting too high, you can maybe fix it by using that equity in your house and getting everything back under control again.
Exactly. One thing also that I've seen is people will do this but not on their house. They'll do it on like a vehicle, and they'll put some of their debt on a vehicle. I don't recommend that because I personally have done that, and it's taking a long time to pay off that vehicle, and it's like this never ending, and the vehicle does not hold value like a house. So I do not recommend that. So one of the biggest things to do is really just come in and talk to us so we can see everything that's going on, and then we can help you navigate all of these things, because it's a big decision, but you don't want to use the equity up in something else. It just might harm you in the long run.
Let me pan over to this guy paddling the river right there. Now, if he's not working hard, he might find himself in a situation where all his bills have piled up and he needs to tap that equity in his house. So work hard, pay your bills on time. Another thing, it's not mortgage related, but if you got the equity in your house, you'll see a lot of realtors are going to tell you this. Cash the equity out, go buy that home that you really need. That works too. Sometimes after you talk to us, we'll be saying, hey, yeah, you could fix that house up that you live in, but you could also just grab $100,000 on the sale, make a huge down payment, and go buy the house that works, and you don't have to build something and do construction, which is crazy. So all kinds of options. A third one I just want to throw out there, because we've started to see this, and I think in the years ahead we're going to see more and more of this, is it's called the reverse mortgage. And so you You have all the equity in your house, but you have no cash, and you like living in your house. So the reverse mortgage allows you to extract the cash out of your home, keep living in the home, and you don't have to make payments. And so if you're on a fixed income and retired, this may be a good option for you. It may not. Again, you need to talk to us, your financial planner, and your family. And actually, they have a pretty elaborate counseling program to make sure that you don't get yourself in a bad situation by taking one of these reverse mortgages. But the bottom line is in the economy, wealth is now stored in people's homes. And we just wanted to make you aware of it because I saw it in the news and I was like, $5.8 trillion.
A lot of money.
That's a lot of money. And I know people that don't have, so the average person might have $100,000 parked in their house, and hopefully it's in their savings account, savings account. But if all of a sudden things have got crazy and you need to touch it, that's what a mortgage is for. So if that's what you need, we'd like to help.
Exactly.
Anything else to add?
No, there's no cost to just come talk to us. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're a free service that you guys can check out and ask questions because we really want you to be knowledgeable in what you're doing, and we don't want you to make bad decisions or just be unsure. Like, we want you to be sure of what you're doing. So.
And if you're comfortable, we are literally standing a few feet from our office right by the river here. And we can just come down here and talk, so you don't even have to be in the stuffy office because it's so nice out right now, isn't it?
It's really nice.
People are out kayaking, biking, so we're just joining them and talking about $5.8 trillion.
A lot of money.
That's a lot of money. So have a good week. We will talk to you later.